All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there that's enduring in sincerity in these last days. Uh, Today is December 26th. Um, and I want to do because everybody been partying, have a good time, because yesterday was that wicked hell day, Christmas. And everybody's in that, that the house of mirth, you know, um, and they're in that holiday spirit, and they're gonna continue on into that holiday spirit on into the New Year's. Well, we're looking forward for 2018 to come in, because we're hoping that this may be the year that everything escalates to a higher level and intensifies, and leading to the time where we may get out of here. And then if that's going to happen, then the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom, in the scriptures, the wicked, be taken down. And so I want to do a little three-part series. Um, and in this three-part series, it's going to be identifying who the wicked is, who is the wicked in the scriptures, and who would be the wicked on earth today. And then bringing out the fact that the wicked will be destroyed. And in the second part, I want to go into how the ways that Scripture say how the wicked is going to be destroyed. And then the part three, the third phase, is the wicked, which is the so-called white man Esau, is going to go into slavery and eventually be put to death, be burnt, be all gathered up and put to death by way of fire. So the first scripture I want to get into in this part one series is identifying who the wicked is, and this is Malachi 1:4. It says, "Whereas Edom said, We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the borders of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever." So if you have any understanding of the scriptures, Jacob, Esau, Edom is Jacob's um, paternal twin brother. And so how do you identify? You can easily identify who Edom is today. They are the so-called white man. And here this proves that Edom, Esau, Edom, is the wicked. So when you go into the scriptures and you put it in its proper context, when the scriptures speak about the wicked, it's talking about the Edomites. And there's some scriptures that classify Israel as the wicked too, because our people have surpassed the deeds of the wicked. Our people have taken on the ways of the wicked. Like they've uh, they've took on the things that Esau has put forth in this world and ran with it. So our people are as wicked as Esau too. They're their father, the devil. But when we get right into the gist of it, the so-called white man, those are the Edomites. Now you have some Jake that look like Edomites, but they're Israelites. They're Israelite foreigners. But we're talking. This is specifically specifying who the wicked is, and we're dealing with the so-called white men that are of the nation of Edom. So when we go into these scriptures, when you come across the wicked, we understand who that's talking about. Because in the churches, which we are at war against these so-called Christian churches, and in Christianity of, going back and forth of really identifying what the truth is of the scriptures, and going into taking down all their lies and stronghold. They don't want to classify a race of people as being the wicked, but the scriptures totally identifies a race of people, a nation of people is are the wicked. You have three classes of men. You have the sons of the Most High, which are the Israelites. Then you have the sons of men, which are the other nations. Then you have the sons of the wicked, which are the nation of Edom. So this is Amos 1 and 11, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, for three transgressions of Edom, and for four I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." And his wrath forever is still being bestowed upon his brother, which is the Israelites, which is descendants of Jacob. And they're still killing our people, and they still got our people in horrors conditions. Partially of that is because of we are under the curses, but the scriptures tell you how Esau heavily laid his yoke. He didn't he's basically went overboard with the punishment onto our people. Verse 12, "But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Basra." Those are places that today represents the lands where Esau dwells. So this the devil Esau, which the word devil just means deceiver, and this man has been deceiving the whole earth since he's come into power. He's taken down our images. He's taken down um, who we are as the Hebrew Israelites and put himself in our position, and he's taken our identity, and then he's taken our people. He's taken our people through hell. You know, the hell that he put on our people back in Antiochus Epiphanes era on forth. Ever since they've come into power, they have did nothing but put hell upon our people. And so that being said, there's a payback coming. That's why the Most I said he will not turn away the punishments thereof from Esau. Esau's gonna get total punishment, because even in the time of slavery, he had us in slavery, and he put us in the moment he took us from the west shores of Africa on over here, and dropped us off throughout the islands and all, and landed us also here in North America. They have been he's been killing, lynching, murdering our people, and they still do that to this day. They just legally do it through their law enforcement, their law. Then and they're actually now they have um, the UN troops that are in Chicago, and that's just going to be another way that they're going to do that to our people. But that's another thing, because a lot of our people down there in Chicago, you're gonna deserve what you're gonna get. You know, our people are wicked as fuck, so they are gonna deserve a lot of the stuff that's gonna happen in them down there. And that's just not gonna stay in Chicago. That's gonna make its way throughout all zip codes in the United States. But back to the point, I want to get too far off track, because this is we identifying Esau. So let's continue identifying this devil. All right, this is Job 27:13. "This is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors, which shall which they shall receive of the Almighty." So we know that Esau is the wicked. We've already identified that. Everywhere the so-called white man goes, he is set up nothing but wickedness. That's why the scripture says he's the border of wickedness. Everywhere he go, he leaves his stamp upon that he's been there. Which and how does he do that? Through his death, by bringing forth death, destruction, bloodshed, slavery, and oppression. That's how you know who he is. He's the one. He's the violent man. He's the one that sets up his borders all over the world. Now, what man does that? Who has their garrisons and who has their embassies and their military bases located on all other foreign lands, on other people's land? Who does that? That's the so-called white man. He does this, and he goes and he oppresses people in their own land. And he is known as the oppressor because he is oppressing our people. He is the biggest oppressor of the nation of Israel, and he's been oppressing our people, and he's still oppressing our people. So let's see what the Most High say is going to happen unto the man that a heritage of oppressors. It says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. Though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, because this is what he's done. He Esau went into our temple and took all our gold and our silver and our goodly things, our precious stones. He took that all from us. Verse 17, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver, which we're going to get all that back. When this man goes down and he goes into slavery, we're going to get back all that he has stolen from us as a nation. He's gonna be put into slavery, hardcore bondage for 1,000 years, as we will take those silver, the gold, all our precious, everything that he's taken from the nation of Israel, we will get it back. The scriptures say the just. That's talking about the Israelites. Only the Israelites are the just. Verse 18, he buildeth his house as a moth, and as a boot that the keeper maketh. The rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. He opened his eyes and he is not. So he's going to set up his new world order, and he's going to his one world government, his one world religion, his one world currency, and he's going to set up this digital system, the beast system, and he's really thinking he's going to get these things set up, and he's going to live um, happily ever after in the rulership seat. But he's sadly mistaken. You're going to begin it, but you're not going to see it manifest and develop, and you're not going to reach the conclusion of it. The conclusion of it, you're going to be brought down. Verse 20 says, terrors take hold on him as waters. A tempest stealeth him away in the night. The east wind carried him away, and he departed, and as a storm hurleth him out of his place. That storm that's going to take him up out of his place is Yahweh Shai when he comes back with his holy angels. And he's going to beam up the elect, and the elect is going to be joined unto Yahweh Shai as part of his army. And they are all, hopefully, Lord willing, me and the brothers that we're numbered amongst that elect will take part into taking him down, because part of him going down is the spiritual aspect of it, which is us brothers going out there prophesying his downfall, us brothers faithfully, giving our lives up and presenting our bodies as living sacrifices, going out there week in and week out. Anything can happen to us. Things can happen to us while we're out teaching. Things can happen to us when we commuting home. Anything can happen. So this devil, they know where we live. They know where we lay our head. They know where we work. They know where we frequent every day throughout our lives. They can easily scoop brothers up and do whatever they want to do. But they can do those things, and it still ain't gonna stop the outcome. You're still going down, and we still gonna week in and week out go out there and prophesy you going down, and that's the spiritual part of it. But there comes a physical part, which will be the physical manifestation of our prophecies, or of us prophesying your downfall, which is the prophecy of you actually going down. And this is the tempest that stealeth him away in the night. This will be the east wind that carry away, and he departed from his place. Verse 22, for the Most High shall cast upon him and not spare. He would fain flee out of his hand. Men shall clap their hands at him and shall hiss him out of his place, because he's going to go from on high to the lowest on the earth. He will be dwelling in pits. He's going to be in slavery, and he's going to be in the lowest state known to existence. And that's why people are going to clap their hands at him, and they're going to hiss at him, and they're going to make mockery of him. Is this the man that was sitting up on high? Is this the person that deceived the whole world and had everything at his disposal? And you're going to be taken down. Matter of fact, we're going to get into Isaiah. It's Isaiah 14 and 13. It says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Now, this is Esau. This is Esau speaking. This is how proud he is. This is this is him speaking of him being in the height of his of his rulership and the power seat. Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy graves like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that goeth down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. This is the will be the results, the residual of you being brought down out of your power seat. See, Esau has that pride upon him. And the scriptures tell you pride cometh before destruction, before a fall. And you bringing forth all your all the technology, and you bringing forth all your deception and everything that you're trying to do to try to offset prophecy is just gonna make for a harder fall for you. Like, Esau knows these things. He knows that the scriptures are true. He knows that what we're saying is gonna happen. So, but yet instead of taking it like a man and just be like, okay, this is it. I'm gonna be brought down and just rule until you get brought down. You're actually trying to think that you can do some deception to offset the prophecies. You think that you can just come and bring forth lies and try to demonize brothers and try to send out your so-called Christian scholars to try to debunk the truth. It ain't gonna matter. It ain't even gonna matter. You're still gonna go down. Instead of just taking it like a man, you think that you can, because that's the part of that pride of you thinking that you like the Most High, so you can change up what the Most High set up. It's not happening, man. It's not gonna happen. It's just gonna make for when you hit that ground. It just makes it more sweet, sweet of your to see your downfall. Verse 20, it says, thou shalt be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Because Esau, these Edomites, they try to say, oh, we didn't take part in this, we didn't do that. Well, if you're a descendant of an Edomite, you have a generational tab. Just like we have a generational curses that we're under, you're under a generational tab. Your forefathers began a tab that you currently gonna have to pay. Your forefathers skipped out on a bill and left you to check. So when Yahweh comes, when these prophecies happen, you're gonna have cha-ching, you're gonna cash your asses out. You gotta pay that bill. You can't get away from that just because you think you didn't uh, play a part in it, what you did, because you are your forefathers going back 3 or 4 generations. That's another topic though. But you're gonna pay for that no matter what you think. This is the last scripture, and I'm gonna bring it to a close. This is Micah 6:10. It says, are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and a scant measure that is abominable? Shall I count them pure with the wicked balance, and a bag of deceitful weight? Because when you read Proverbs 11:1, it tells you that the scripture tells you that a false balance is an abomination to the Most High. So you being able to put the Hebrew Israelites in slavery and rape, rob, and murder, steal our lands, steal our brothers' lands, and confiscate brothers, tribes, whole tribes from one land into another land, place them in slavery after you stole the land from them, and then you believe that you can continue going on and on, putting oppression upon the Hebrew Israelites. And not just the Hebrew Israelites, you done oppressed other nations too. And you feel like you think that you can do all that, and then there's no judgment for that? The Most High is a perfect power. He is a just power. There will be no false balance in that. Matter of fact, let me get a quick scripture. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is Colossians 3:25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he had done, and there is no respect of person. The Most High don't care who you are. That goes for us Israelites too. For the wrong that we may have done, we will pay for it. As for why we're paying for the wrong we have done in past lives, we're under these generational curses for the wrong that we have done. So the Most High ain't no respect of person. Even though we're His chosen people, we gotta pay for the wrongs that we do. And guess what, Esau, the so-called white man, Esau Edom, will pay for every single wrong that he has done as a nation and as an individual. So with that said, verse 10 and 11 is perfect. You're not going to get away. You're not going to give a deceitful bag of weights and receive good for that. You're going to receive punishment for everything you've done, because the Most High is a just power, and there will be no false balances. You've done wrong and wickedness throughout the earth, you will receive judgment for it. Verse 12, for the rich man thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Who is that? Who is that identifying right there? What are they talking about? Who's spreading nothing about violence throughout the earth? Who continues to spread lies and cover up lies for lies that has been told by his forefathers? Who continues to carry these lies? Who will bring forth a lying tongue and deceitfulness up out of his mouth in the drop of a dime? Who who man, the angels just appeared a few days ago, and this man is already out there putting out lies about what that was. That's the so-called white man. This is you to a T, man. Ain't no exit in this. Verse 13. Therefore also will I make thee sick and smitten thee, and making thee desolate because of thy sins. Thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied, and thy casting down shall be in the midst of thee. So you're gonna get your new world order, you know what I'm saying, set up. You're gonna set it up. You're gonna eat a little. You're gonna be able to eat a little bit. You're gonna set it up, and you're gonna feel like you're gonna get your appetizers, but you're not gonna get the main course, the four or five course meal. You're not gonna dine in that. You're not gonna eat that. That's not gonna be delivered to you. You're gonna get your soup and your salad, and your appetizers, but that's it. You'll start your new world order, but you won't get it to the heights of it. And thou shalt take hold, but let me start that verse again. It says, thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied, and like casting down shall be in the midst of thee, and thou shalt take hold, but shalt not deliver, and that which thou deliverest will I give up to the sword. So whatever you set up will be destroyed. The portion of your new order that you get set up, the Most High is going to destroy that. Thou shalt sow, but thou shalt not reap. Thou shalt tread the olives. Well, the reaping you will get is is the payback for the destruction. I mean, payback, which is your destruction for all the wickedness that you've done. But thou shalt not anoint thee with oil and sweet wine, but shall not be drinking, but shall not drink wine. This is talking about you basically getting your new world order set up, and you getting people enslaved, and you're putting people to death, and you're getting, get it going. When it talks about you be anointed with oil, the sweet wine, and these are things that people, that when they're gonna celebrate, these are things that that they set up to receive of the celebration for whatever they have accomplished. Well, you're not going to accomplish that. You won't be able to drink that wine in celebration. Verse 16. For the statute of Omri are kept, and all the works of the house of Ahab, and ye walk in their counsel, that I should make thee a desolation, and the inhabitants thereof an hissing. Therefore ye shall bear the reproach of my people. So you're going to receive the same destruction that Ahab received for all the abominable, for all the wicked counsel he did. You're going to receive that same counsel. So with that, this is a conclusion of part one of this series I'm doing on the wicked. Um, I hope it was edifying for those who were able to tune in. And I want to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the whole full elect. Shalom.